Welcome to the Basics of Tetris, where I'll be teaching you about Tetris. This is the first installment in a series designed for beginners. In the future, we'll dive into more advanced concepts, but for today, we'll focus on the basics. The game we'll be covering today is Tetrio. Many of you are probably already familiar with the basics of the game, but let's go over them just in case. This is the board where you'll be playing. In the bottom left, you'll find information that varies depending on the mode, but everything else remains the same. The current piece will spawn at the top of the screen and gradually descend. As time progresses, it will start falling faster. On the top right, you'll see your next cue, which displays the upcoming pieces from top to bottom. And on the left, we have the hold piece, which allows you to store a piece for later use. Let's talk about the controls. To move a piece left or right, simply tap the corresponding arrow key. If you hold the key down, it will charge to the left or the right of the screen. Use the soft drop to slowly lower the piece and the hard drop to instantly place it. You can rotate pieces left, right, or 180 degrees. If you manage to fill up an entire row without any gaps, that row will be cleared. In Tetris, there are 7 available pieces, each of which is named after the letter that they look like. 4 of the pieces have mirrors, those being L, J, S, and Z. 3 of the pieces are unique, those being O, T, and I. The pieces are given to you in a pseudo-random order, generated by a 7-bag system. I'll go over that in more detail in a future video. In Tetrio, there are 4 different gameplay modes: Versus, 40-line Sprint, Blitz, and Zen. For today, we'll only be focused on Versus. In Versus mode, you'll compete against 1 or more players. Today, we'll concentrate on a single opponent. When you clear lines, you'll send garbage lines to your opponent. A garbage line is a line made up of 9 gray blocks with a single hole in it. Placing a piece in this hole will cause the line to clear. The number of lines you clear at once determines how much garbage you send. Clearing 1 line sends no garbage. Clearing 2 lines sends 1 line of garbage. Clearing 3 lines sends 2 lines of garbage, and clearing 4 lines, also known as a tetresse, sends 4 lines of garbage. Additionally, combos, T-spins, back-to-back clears, and all clears also send garbage to your opponent. We'll cover these moves in more detail in future videos, but they're not essential for right now. In order to win a versus match, you need to top out your opponent, which means forcing them to have the next piece spawn on top of existing blocks. In Tetrio, the board is 10 blocks wide and 20 blocks tall, although you'll often have to send more than 20 lines to top out your opponent. The last thing I want to cover in this video is finesse. In order to play faster and more efficiently, you don't want to be wasting time pressing more buttons than you have to. This is where finesse comes in. There's always a way to place a piece in a minimum of 3 key presses, excluding hard drop. Unfortunately, the only way to learn this is with practice and memorization. I have a few links below to help you practice your finesse, and I would highly recommend checking them out if you're looking to improve. In my next video, we'll explore more mechanics of Tetrio, including the 7-bag system, SRS, spins, back-to-back, combos, T-spins, and perfect clears. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you liked the video.